Today we're with Ibukun Baldwin, visual artist and social practitioner. We're working with Ibukun here on our Revive Women's Banner project. We've just finished the session for today. So, welcome Ibukun. Hi.
Hi.
I'll just start with a quick fire round, a few quick questions for you, just so we can get to know you a bit better. What's your favourite drink?
My favourite drink is lychee juice. It's very tasty. Yeah.
Good. And what's your favourite location or venue in Manchester?
My favourite location in Manchester is... Ooh, that's difficult. I would say Zifferplatte in the Northern Quarter. It's got loads of board games and like different drinks. And it's
Nice,
really
yeah. Good place to hang out. And what colour socks are you wearing?
I'm not wearing socks.
No socks. What's for dinner tonight? What's for tea?
For tea, I don't know. But we'll see. Hopefully veg. I've decided this week I'm just going to eat veg.
Great, good. And what's on your playlist at the moment?
At the moment is
to?
a band called Oh Hellos. They're like a folk band and I just really love them. They're very relaxing.
Cool. Okay, so tell us more about your work as an artist and about the Revive Women's Banner project we've been working on today.
So I am a visual artist and social practitioner. That involves a lot of things. I specialise mostly in textiles, but also in surface design and large-scale paintings and artwork. I've been using that with the Revive Banner project through doing a series of these massive textile banners where the Revive women, we're working together to share their story through these banners. So they each have different themes and it's going to be displayed and help to really communicate what they stand for or issues they're facing as a group.
Great. And can you give us a bit more about sort of how that's been developed with the women?
So we started off by meeting each other and from first meeting them, it's, it's very obvious that they're from all over the world, from different walks of life. So it was actually quite a really nice time to talk about what brought them together and what messages they stood for. So that's what we started with. And then we went on a trip to the People's History Museum where we looked at banners through time that have been talking about, how people have used it to really stand their ground and represent who they are. And we got a lot of inspiration from that. Like what different colours stood for, what different materials and techniques can be used. And we took all that in and then went through a series of 4 different banners. And we're now doing different techniques, so we're stitching, different embroidery techniques, we'll be doing printing and just making it a really display of their diversity and what they want to stand for.
Great, thanks. And just a little bit more about you really. What's really helped sort of define your, or help you find your practice?
Well, so I started off in textiles, that was my degree, where I adored it. I love embroidery, I love print and illustration, but I really found myself when I was thinking of where I wanted to go in my career being very self-focused. So I ended up taking a year out after I graduated to do community work. And that's where I really found where I wanted to stand for as an artist. I wanted to help people and use the arts that I loved in a way that will, help the community and help people who are vulnerable. So it was actually that year of doing community work where I took a break from the arts that I really found where I wanted to be as an artist. And since then, I've been doing a lot of work with, a large range of different people. I've worked in prisons, worked with refugee groups, worked with people who've been afflicted with homelessness. And yeah, it's just what I've really loved to do as an artist.
Great, so now you've kind of combined this kind of social element into your practice. So tell us a bit more about the kind of the brand that you've set up kind of around this.
Oh yeah, so that's led me up to now. I do freelance work working with different refugee groups and workshops, but for myself, I've started a business called Ibukun Baldwin, which is an ethical fashion company, and it's basically made with the aims of breaking negative cycles of unemployment and breaking just negative cycles within marginalised communities. So each product is made with a handmade element that someone who has never had any experience in making it before can be trained in a safe and healthy environment and really just given time and just love and dignity. Yeah.
Great. And what's your best advice you can give to someone who wants to work with professional artists?
Ooh. I think if you're wanting to work with professional artists, don't try and control them too much. Like when you approach them, really look at the work they've done before and understand their kind of vibe in their work and know that's what you want. Don't just ask an artist to do something completely different because they're going to be frustrated making a lot of amendments and you're going to be frustrated them not producing the kind of art you want. That's one of the big things.
That's really good advice. And I know you've done a lot of work with kind of City of Sanctuary, who are creating this kind of culture of welcome in Manchester and across the country for new arrivals and sanctuary seekers. So what's the best advice you can give to someone who's trying to kind of settle in a new area from the work you've done with them?
The best advice, definitely, as soon as you can, get connected. Luckily, we're in a time now where a lot of services, a lot of different organisations are reaching out and providing services for people who are new arrivals. So it might be a bit difficult at first, but there are services out there, organisations putting on sessions, get involved in community groups, where stuff like what Revive are doing with the Banner Project. There's art workshops where you can just get a community, because in there you will learn how to connect with other services around and really find the help you need, the friendship you need. Yeah.
Great, thanks. And finally, what makes you happy?
What makes me happy? I adore people. I love being around people. I hate being on my own. So what makes me happy is just if I'm in conversation with people, they're around, people are talking, I love that. That's where I'm happy, is when I'm around people that I love and everyone is connected with one another. Yeah.
Enjoy a good chat then.
Yeah, I do. A bit too much.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.